Hello everyone, my name is Jacob Luke and I'm here to talk about professional communication in the informational system. I have a little presentation here and I'm going to show everybody, be a little visual, but most of it's going to be us talking. Specifically, we're going to talk about how to communicate ethically and professional while talking with sensitive collaborating or process related data. In fields of informational system, communicating is more than just sharing information. It's about doing so responsibly while holding that transparency and that confidentiality. This presentation, like it says here in this agenda, we'll talk about communicating ethically and professionally, balancing transparency with confidentiality, and best practices for ethical communication in informational systems. Let's go ahead next for the first slide. Communicating ethically and professionally. What we're going to try to do is we're going to follow organizational policies and ethical standards. We don't want to venture out from trying to be keep that confidentiality safe with everybody. We're going to use factual objectives and respectful language. We don't want to use offensive language to anybody to make them feel casted out or any other way. We want everybody to feel together as a team. We're going to avoid emotion or biased wording. This is more talking about if we're doing a presentation, if you feel like somebody's doing a flawed, and instead of just blame, we're gonna try to keep it in a professional way where we just talk about each other's problems in a nice way, not in a blame way, saying that the presentation might have sucked just because of this one person or any sort of thing like that. We're also going to maintain professionalism in tone and format. Just piggybacking on what I just said about the emotional and biased wording, is basically the same thing. Alright, we're going to balance transparency with confidentiality. We're only going to share only data necessary for the collaboration. We don't want to share anything extra, like if it came from a certain employee, any of their information, any of the data related to the client in any way. We just want to keep whatever we need to have, and that's it. We just want to keep it professional. We're going to protect sensitive or proprietary information, use discretion with internal metrics or client data, and apply access controls and when needed. So yes, talking about that, we're going to make sure that we just, like I said, keep the information short and sweet, whatever needs to be. Don't add any extra stuff into the communicating. And last but not least, we're going to practice the best practices for ethical communication in informational systems. We're going to use data responsibly and cite professional sources. So we are communicating professionally and keeping our data responsible. We're confirm information accurate before sourcing, making sure that we're not just writing down something false first thing we see. We're going to respect privacy laws, and we're going to promote an open and accountable communicating culture. We want to keep that culture where everybody feels safe to communicate with one another and help out in projects. But that's what we're going to do, try to move forward with this, and everyone have a good night.